Welcome to episode 2 of Something. In episode 1, I was talking about this song that I wrote. There was this whole situation which I talk about in detail in episode 1 of me writing this song out of craving for a person that I couldn't really let go of. And then going past that, realizing I don't need this anymore, and then suddenly having a version to the song. And like a lot of things led together, I saw the people again that I was talking about in that song, and it just kind of like made me shift so much that I said, you know what, this song, it has to change as well. And so I wrote a different song which is played and talked about in episode 1. But while I was like playing around, I think like because I'd written another lyrical verse, another lyrical chorus, but like the melodies on the piano and everything kind of stayed the same. And then I was kind of just like playing around with like this. And then like just something kind of originated. And it's funny because like I was like, wait. And I remember I put like on my phone, I pressed like record on like the voice memos, and there's like this 20-minute voice memo of me trying to just figure out this part. So let's hope that I can play it. Okay, I can't. Okay. I just really like this. And so the way I kind of like make songs is often just something is in my head, usually lyrics, sometimes a melody, and it just like kind of explodes and I can't really tell you where it's coming from, but it's just kind of there. And so during the moment when I saw these people again, it's funny, but I just had like this I kept remembering this melody. It was like, I saw you again. I can't really sing it now, but it was just kind of in my head. So I just kind of wrote it down and I had it in my head, but not just the words, but like how I wanted it to sound, And so it was kind of like, until I saw you again. Yeah, and I just, like I was playing with the song, I was like... And then at some point I was like, hang on, wait, this kind of fits together. This whole like melody on the piano kind of ends with like, until I saw you again. And it just kind of fits so perfectly. So I was like, damn, this is crazy, So then I just like kept writing, and I ended up, I think it took me like 45 minutes to kind of figure everything out. And then I had like this 5-minute audio of like different stuff, of like these melodies. I would play them quickly, then slower. Right afterwards, I went back to my laptop and I was like, hang on, Logic Pro, we're gonna cook something up, which is kind of what we did then. So the song starts like... that I like recorded on a different bit, so it's kind of like going into this. And every time I close my eyes when I wake up, it's no surprise that you're still riding from my eyes. It's 'cause I saw you again. The stuff I make, it kind of happens in the moment. This second song from this episode just really helped me kind of like be like, check, I'm done with this, So yeah, I saw you again. That's the title of it as well. And I was actually like kind of, after writing it, reanalyzing kind of what it's like about, which is quite obvious, seeing these people again, which I had just a lot of fear, I think, coming up. In that moment, also just generally coming back to those places. There was a lot of negative anxiety, just because of choices, you know, I made, but also the way things happened. And so the end of the song, which is kind of like, just, I think my favorite part, you know, is kind of like the switch of like the me perspective. It's like, I saw you again. So that's like the whole song, you know? I saw you again, I saw you again. And then it kind of ends with like this, and then you saw me again. You saw me again. So yeah, you saw me again as well. And it's okay. And then I think like just this whole, I think, moment for me, when we're actually talking about the moment, being able to reflect on it in like this musical way and then singing. And so this is the interesting part as well, like while I was writing this, I wasn't like actively really thinking about it, you know, and it really was like, and then you saw me again. Yeah, saw me again. And I say these things and then like I write them down at some point when I like listen back on it, and then like 2 weeks later it will be like whoa, I saw me again, you know, like. And it's crazy because I have this other thing which I'll just quickly go into depth about, is like, look yourself in the mirror, stand close and just like look yourself in your own eyes and like see what you see, and just like notice what comes up, what thoughts, what feelings, anything on the body, you know. And I had this phase, or I've had continuous phases where it's just pure, you know, it's just like I just have to laugh, like who is this weird ass kid, you know, in just like such a funny way, not negative, just like laughing of like, okay, that's just the way it is, you know. And then stuff kind of shifted again, and I couldn't see that anymore. There was like just something blocking me, you know. And interestingly enough as well, right before I saw these people again, I think 2 days before, I finished a 10-day meditation course, which I talk much more about in other videos as well. And I think like in that moment, just like kind of everything clicked, you know, like so much stuff came up, but I wasn't pushing it down, and I was just like, fuck it, you know, like, fuck it, come on, like I'm ready to work through this. And like all of this anxiety and anger like kind of came up and just like sort of lifted, and then writing the song about it, just really helped me as well. So thank you for tuning in to episode 2. I wish you a wonderful day, and see you in the next one.